Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier is a Gothic novel that follows the story of an unnamed young woman who becomes the second wife of the wealthy widower Maxim de Winter. The novel is set in the early 20th century and unfolds in two distinct parts. In the first part, a shy and insecure young woman who works as a companion to the wealthy Mrs. Van Hopper, while in Monte Carlo, meets Maxim de Winter, a wealthy Englishman. Maxim de Winter is a complex and tormented character whose life is deeply intertwined with the shadow of his deceased first wife, Rebecca. When we first encounter Maxim, he is a brooding and mysterious figure, grieving the loss of Rebecca. He is haunted by her memory and the weight of her perceived perfection, which casts a dark cloud over his existence. Maxim's first encounter with the unnamed narrator in Monte Carlo sparks a glimmer of hope and a chance for redemption. He is drawn to her innocence and simplicity, seeking solace and companionship in her presence. Despite their age difference and disparate backgrounds, Maxim finds comfort in the narrator's unassuming nature and proposes marriage, hoping to find a new beginning. The narrator is captivated by Maxim's enigmatic presence and finds solace in his attention. She is swept off her feet when Maxim impulsively proposes marriage, offering her an escape from her mundane existence. Eager to leave behind her role as a companion and the oppressive presence of Mrs. Van Hopper, the narrator agrees to marry Maxim. The couple returns to Manderley, Maxim's grand estate in Cornwall, England. However, the narrator quickly realizes that Manderley is still haunted by the ghostly presence of Rebecca, who was beautiful, charismatic, and seemingly perfect in every way. The housekeeper, Mrs. Danvers, loyal to Rebecca to the point of obsession, resents new Mrs. de Winter. She feeds the narrator's insecurities, using Rebecca's glamour and charm as a weapon to undermine her. The tension between the second Mrs. de Winter and Mrs. Danvers reaches a climax during a costume ball, where Mrs. Danvers manipulates the young wife into wearing an outfit identical to one Rebecca had worn before her death. As the story progresses, the heroine becomes consumed by thoughts of Rebecca and feels trapped in her shadow. The narrator is desperate to uncover the truth about Rebecca and understand her husband's relationship with his first wife. With the help of Maxim's friend, Frank Crawley, she delves into the secrets and mysteries surrounding Rebecca's life and death. Through her discoveries, the narrator gains insights into Rebecca's manipulative nature and the web of deceit that had ensnared Manderly. The narrator also uncovers evidence that Rebecca may have been having an affair with a man named Jacques Favel. Tensions escalate when a shipwreck reveals a boat containing Rebecca's remains. It is discovered that she did not die in the boating accident as previously believed. Maxim confesses to the narrator that he shot Rebecca and disposed of her body at sea, making it look like an accident. His actions were driven by a mixture of anger, despair, and a desperate bid to escape the clutches of Rebecca's hold over him. This revelation plunges the narrator into a state of shock and confusion, as she grapples with the truth about Rebecca's death and the realization that Maxim is a murderer. In Part 2, the story intensifies as the truth about Rebecca's death becomes public knowledge. Maxim is arrested, and the couple's relationship is strained as the narrator grapples with her conflicted feelings for him. She begins to question her own identity and the authenticity of her relationship with Maxim, wondering if he truly loved her or if she was just a replacement for Rebecca. As the story unfolds, the truth about Rebecca's character and the depth of her deceit become clearer. Maxim is ultimately cleared of any wrongdoing, as it is revealed that Rebecca had been suffering from a terminal illness, and had manipulated events to force Maxim to kill her. The novel ends with Manderly engulfed in flames, destroying the physical remnants of Rebecca's presence and allowing the narrator and Maxim to move forward. In the aftermath of the revelations about Rebecca's true nature and her death, the narrator and Maxim work together to navigate the fallout and rebuild their lives. The destruction of Manderly becomes symbolic of the crumbling facade and the need for a fresh start. The couple relocates to a more modest dwelling in London, where they attempt to rebuild their relationship and find solace away from the haunting memories of Manderly. The narrator and Maxim find support in each other as they confront the lingering impact of Rebecca's actions. They navigate the complexities of trust, forgiveness, and the rebuilding of their marriage. The love that initially drew them together becomes their foundation as they strive to move forward and leave the past behind. The repercussions of Rebecca's deceit continue to reverberate, as the characters involved in her web of manipulation and secrets face their own reckoning. As the story draws to a close, the heroine reflects on the lessons she has learned and the personal growth she has experienced. She realizes that the true power lies in embracing her own identity and finding the strength to forge her path forward. The haunting presence of Rebecca becomes a catalyst for her transformation, ultimately leading her to a place of self-acceptance and empowerment. In conclusion, Rebecca is a tale of love, secrets, and the search for identity. Through its atmospheric setting, complex characters, and skillful storytelling, Daphne du Maurier weaves a gripping narrative that explores the depths of human emotions and the power of self-discovery. The book reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming darkness, it is possible to find strength and create a future beyond the shadows of the past. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to QuickBooks, like and comment below.